welcome back on board Pompey Chimes. Now, this is a project I was not going to do this summer. I was going to save it until the winter. The reason for that is I want to enjoy the boat during the summer. We haven't got a cruise planned for about a month, and on the last cruise we found that this bed was a little bit tight. The two of us on it, and then sometimes Jeffrey getting on and off in the night, you got a little bit tight in there. So the idea is to make this bed extendable. So to get rid of this mattress and then put another mattress on, which allows us to extend it out about a foot or so. So it's a 4-foot bed at the moment. We want to turn it into a 5-foot bed, but then we want to be able to fold it back over on itself so that it's not in the way. So this is something, I've got an idea of how I'm going to do it. Not quite sure. I don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to find out. One of the things I like to do is to draw things up in CAD. It's part of my job. It's what I do on a day-to-day basis. So all I've done is taken some measurements from the boat. Got this image here that I've used just for reference to remind me of what things look like, and I've got a rough drawing of what I've done. I say rough in the sense that all the cupboards and I didn't measure, they're just done by eye, but the actual physical dimensions of the bed itself are correct. So this is the bed itself. So this is the bed base with the drawers underneath. This is the mattress on top. And then if we move along, this is what I plan to do. So I plan on cutting this top bit here. So if we go back to the previous one, we can see it's just one piece at the moment. This is one piece of MDF. And then what I want to do is turn it into this. I'm going to put a cutaway along the top of there. And then this little bit on the top here is going to be connected to the slats. So these slats here. So if I just remove the mattresses for a moment, just get rid of that one and get rid of that one, you can now see that we've got these mattresses here, these slats here that the mattress is going to sit on. So the ones at the back here will be fixed down to the removable panels in the back, and I'll make it so that the panels can still come out. So these ones only extend as far as the panel comes. These ones on the front here, these ones are going to move. So on the ends here, so one on this end and this one on the end here, that's actually going to have the drawer runner on it, and all these can be fixed to this front piece. Not sure how yet, probably just a bit of batten and screwed through. We'll see what we can come up with this. And then the idea is that we can just pull this and it will just pop out like this. So that's the idea. So it just slides out. On these drawer runners on the side here. The drawer runners are there for two things. One, to make it easier to slide, and two, to give some support across the front here, because obviously when we put weight on this edge here, it's going to want to tip up. So I'm hoping that the drawer runners, I've got some heavy duty ones that will take a lot of weight, that they'll actually hold this, and this front piece along here will actually be deep enough. If I have to make this a bit deeper, I can actually go down as far down as I want to, really, and as long as it doesn't interfere with the cupboard doors there. So the advantage of doing this in CAD is that I've got all this in virtual sizes, so I know what will work and what will not work. So that's how that works. And then when it's all finished up, that's what the mattresses will look like. So I've ordered 2 mattresses. I've actually ordered one mattress that's joined down the middle. It's got a zip that's going to join these two together. And the idea is I can just lift this up, fold it back onto this one, and then just slide this drawer runner back in. And then when we want to use it, we just fold it back. But we can leave it made up with a sheet and a duvet and everything else there. So it's not too much of a hassle. So that's my plan. Let's see how we get on with actually constructing this. It is a glorious day in July. It's absolutely roasting today. I reckon they're going to be about 30 degrees today. So I'm going to make a start on this. This is going to be the slats for the bed. So the bits that go across here. So you can see I've done some rough scribbling, some drawings. Also done myself a cutting list so that I can get the maximum amount out of each of these pieces of timber with minimum amount of waste. So this timber is 18 by 69, and I'm just going to cut it up into the required lengths, and then I'll probably give it a round over once I've done, just to get rid of the sharp edge, and see how we get on with that. We are working up a sweat in here. It's currently 31 degrees in the shade. It's even warmer when we get outside. And got it all cut up, and we're getting it all rounded over now. So I've got this round over bit in my router. I'm just going around and getting that done. So I've got all those yet to do. So I've still got all that. It's all cut to length, but nothing's been rounded over yet. So I'm just trying to work out how this is going to work. So here's my drawer runner. It's a short drawer runner. It's only 300mm long, so that's only how far I want the drawer or the bed base to slide in and out. But I've got this lever on it because I wanted one that holds it shut and holds it open. I don't want it moving, especially when we're on it. So I need to be able to get access to this lever. The trouble is I'm going to have this coming across the front here, and then this is going to be hard up against the wall here. So you can see how tight it's going to be to get my hand in there to operate this lever. So I'm thinking of leaving this bit open so I can get my hand in there and then just hoik it up with my finger, because this will be over the front as well. So that's how it's going to kind of look. Well, actually it'll be about there somewhere. So yeah, that's what I'm doing so far. So I've got all this timber here, this big stack here, and this big stack here, just to go through with the router and round it over in this lovely heat. But first thing I'm going to do is actually try and get this sort of screwed together and this worked out first. But we'll see how we get on. So that's about as far as I can get today. Wanted to get as much of the machining and stuff like that, all the dirty work done here as best I could, because I didn't want to do it up on the boat. Just for a laugh, I thought I'd stick the thermometer out in the sun, and no way you can read that, but we're about 50 degrees in the sun itself. So yeah, it's got it all machined up, got it all rounded over. Got the two sides for the drawers runners to go onto, they're all done. I've worked that out, so I've got that in my head. The frontage, or the front bit, I had two bits of timber. I've got this old bit here, which you can see is a lot darker in colour, and that's got a slight twist in it. I don't know where you can see that, but that kind of got a slight twist in it. And I bought this piece a week ago. It was straight when I bought it. Now look at it, absolutely bowed. So that's not much good to me at all really now. So I'm either going to have to go and buy another piece of timber that's straight, and hopefully it stays straight, or I might use this bit. I'm not sure if this is going to be high enough, that's the only thing. That's why I bought this one. This is about 5 inches or 125mm high, but I can't use that. That's not going on my boat. So yeah, that's the manufacturing side. That's the rationing it out. Next time I'll be working on the bed part of the boat. It's actually on the boat, trying to cut out the existing frontage and then trying to assemble this in some way so that it works. We've got the mattresses. The mattresses have arrived, so I ordered those up, special order. They're going to zip together. We'll see those when we're up on the boat. So I've laid out the slats. It's pretty much what I expected. So the ones in the back here, these ones will be fixed down to this board underneath. See the pull hole there, so I can still, when all this is open, I'll still be able to lift this panel here out. So there's one which goes to there, and another one which comes round to there, and underneath that there's storage. There's another pull hole there. So I'll be able to still hopefully lift those out, because when this front section is all joined to these, it'll all pull forward and go past this point here. That's the plan anyhow. This area here is going to be a bit of a pain because we've got this post in the edge here. So I'm probably going to have to cut out a bit more off of this one here so I can still get to the lever, and then I'm going to have to cut this around here, I would have thought, and then so this then stays attached to this piece. So when the whole thing comes out, the top edge of this will come with it. In this corner here, it's a lot easier, so I can still get access to the lever to unlock it. So when it comes out, it should be just fine. That in there is not a problem at all. So I think the first job we need to do is screw down these ones. So I've got them positioned, and then I'm going to have to try and cut all the way along here to remove this piece, and then either screw this piece back straight to these, or a piece of timber across the front of there. We'll see how we get on. Really am making this up as I go along here. So I've made a bit of progress. Not 100% happy with it. I don't know if I want to keep this piece here on. This is the bit I cut off that was upstand on here, and I've just attached that to the front of the all the slats, but I'm not so sure it's going to be strong enough. It's only MDF and it gets quite thin here, so I'm going to give the piece of timber a try and see if that's any better, even though the timber is slightly twisted. We'll see how we get on. It's much better with a bit of timber on the front here. So this bit here is a bit of timber that I had. It looks much better. It's got a slight twist in it, but it doesn't really, you can't really see it that well. I put some of this just like weight aluminium just to hold the slats in place, and it works. It slides in and out. It's a little bit stiff getting this one out. Going back in is fine, but bringing it out, it's a little bit stiff on this one, so I might need to have a little tweak with that. I've cut this corner post. This is stuck back onto there, and this is obviously attached to there, so when it all goes back, which I'll show you in a minute, you'll see how it all just lines up. Yeah, pretty pleased with it so far. I have laid on it, and it didn't collapse or fall off or anything like that. I probably wouldn't want to sit right on this edge here. I think if you sat right on the very edge, you might damage it in some way. I don't know. I'm going to go and get the mattresses and have a look and see what it's like getting on and off it and stuff like that. The bed is complete. I'm really pleased with it, actually. I've got it all folded up, and I'm just going to show you how it all unfolds and then pack it away again, just so we can see how it works. So it's actually been really good getting this done, because it gives us so much more room on the bed itself. So this mattress is one of them foam ones, so it's actually very lightweight. So when you need to lift it and pull it around and stuff like that, it's actually really quite light. So you can see that that lifts up and down really quite easily without too much. Don't need much strength to do it. The runners work reasonably well. They're not perfect. They come out like that. Sometimes they work better than others. And then the idea is just lift the mattress into position. It's already made up with the duvet, obviously. Leave that on there. Like so. And then just put the pillows on. Fairly straightforward, nice and easy. That's it, done. Get on it. You can get on it from the side or from the end. But the good thing is, look, all this space. So this is now a 5-foot bed. So it's a king size rather than a 4-foot, which was like a small double, which is what we had before. So yeah, plenty of room there. Again, I'm lying right on the very edge here, so it's been weight tested, if you like. No one heavier than me is going to get on here, so it's not creaking or looking like it's going to fail at any time. So that's it. And then to pack it away, the complete opposite of what we've just done. So pillows off. And literally just lift it up. Do need to pull it out ever so slightly, just so that it folds back down where the gunnels are, and then unclip each end and slide it back. Like so, just let it click in place. Job done. Pillows, just store them out of the way somewhere. So it didn't take long to pack it and unpack it. It's not particularly difficult or hard work, but the space we've gained at night time is just brilliant. Obviously, it's now just a bed that's unmade all the time, so it doesn't look particularly nice. But I think from what we gain out of having more space at night is definitely going to outweigh what we've got now. And if we really didn't like it, we could just go back to what we were. Because I've not really altered the bed itself, the framework. If we didn't like it, we could just put the old mattress back on and stay with that. So yeah, it's been an interesting project, this one. Well worth doing. The mattress wasn't cheap, it's about 500 quid, because it was especially made for the width and the length, and it's a zip together, so it zips together along there, so it's a one-off make. You can get them cheaper, but I suffer with bad backs and everything else, so I went splashed out and got the decent quality one. But it's just a memory foam, so it's nice and lightweight. I think that's the thing that I would always go for, is the lightweightness of it. Yeah, so that's great. So signing out for this one.